Adam Schiff, the high-profile California Democrat who is running for the US Senate, has called on Joe Biden to end his presidential campaign, telling the LA Times he has serious concerns about the president's ability to beat Donald Trump in November. In his statement, he said Joe Biden had been one of the most consequential presidents in our nation's history. But it is time, he wrote, to pass the torch and secure his legacy of leadership by allowing the Democrats to beat Donald Trump in the upcoming election. A second Trump presidency will undermine the very foundation of our democracy, and I have serious concerns, he added, about whether this president can defeat Donald Trump in November. The congressman is among an increasing number of Democrats who have expressed doubts about whether Joe Biden can win amid the concerns surrounding his age. There have been heated discussions behind the scenes. In fact, on Saturday, in a call with House representatives, the president lashed out at Congressman Jason Crow, who was awarded a Bronze Star for leading Army Rangers in Iraq. He told the president he was concerned about Biden's ability to project strength, vigour and inspire confidence at home and abroad. Let's cross live then to the Republican convention in Milwaukee. We can speak to our colleague Sumi Somaskanda, who's been there throughout for us, and also joining us tonight, CBS political director Finn Gomez. Lovely to see you both. Thank you for being with us. Let's start, Sumi, with Adam Schiff. He's probably the most senior of the Democrats so far to come out and ask Joe Biden to stand aside. How significant will that be?
It is very significant. I'm just going to give a quick caveat. We are expecting Donald Trump to be on the stage to do a walkthrough just in minutes, I think. So if you hear any commotion, that is what is happening behind us, Christian, just to give you an idea of what's happening here at the convention center in Milwaukee. But it's very significant. Look, Adam Schiff is a leading voice in the Democrat Party. We know that he's close to, for example, former Speaker Nancy Pelosi. We have just seen reporting from Finn's colleague at CBS News, Robert Costa, who's the chief election and campaign correspondent, saying that someone who is close to Nancy Pelosi, the former speaker, who we know has a good deal of influence over President Joe Biden as well, said she hadn't, Adam Schiff hadn't consulted her, that he hadn't told her that he's going to publicly call for Joe Biden to withdraw. We don't know yet if that is truly the case, but it would make it all the more significant. That adds to the number, of course, of Democrats in the House of Representatives who have called on Joe Biden to withdraw. It's now 20 Democrats in the House. And it's not just Adam Schiff. You know, I was speaking to a Democrat source yesterday who was saying, look at the names of the people who have added their voice to this crowd. Jim Himes, the ranking member in the House Intelligence Committee, of Adam Schiff, the ranking member on the House Armed Services Committee. And Adam Schiff, of course, as you said, an important voice, formerly Intelligence of the January 6th Committee. So it is a pretty big deal that Adam Schiff is saying this publicly, calling on the president to withdraw, and adding to those calls, making that call grow a little bit louder.
And also a good chance that Schiff also becomes the next senator from California.
Yeah, I mean, what he's reading, Finn, and what we're reading are the numbers on the down ballot races. So if I put this on the screen for viewers, they'll get an idea. You've got Joe Biden in some of these really important swing states trailing Democrats who are running for Senate seats in Arizona, in Michigan, in Nevada, in Pennsylvania. I mean, in Pennsylvania, he's 10 points behind Bob Casey Jr. So that is what Adam Schiff is concerned about, that he's a drag on the ticket. If people don't come out for Joe Biden, then they don't come out to vote for senators and House reps lower down the ticket.
Right, and for the approximately 20 or so House Democrats that we know who have come out and who have called for President Biden to step aside for someone like Vice President Kamala Harris, or perhaps one of the litany of governors, Democratic governors, who could potentially run in his stead. What you're seeing, though, is that down ballot effect, that it could really have an impact. Like you said, those battleground states, there's about 7 battleground states, and per our CBS data and reporting, that could actually expand to 2 more in Minnesota and Virginia. Things are not looking great right now for the trajectory of the Biden-Harris campaign, in large part because of what we're seeing with the president. And it could only, that chorus, Christian, can only grow. What you're seeing, I'm also hearing behind doors. Privately, Democrats are telling me this is a real concern, and it's going to get more palpable, and it's going to get larger, and we're only about 3 months and 2 weeks until the November 5th election. So there's not a lot of time, if there was to be some movement, for this to happen.